Did you know that the official state plant of Texas is the prickly pear cactus? That's right, the nopales are the state plant of Texas, and in this video, Mama Tex and me are going to be sharing 3 delicious recipes for this tasty cactus. Nopales are a huge staple in Mexican cuisine, and they've been enjoyed for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for over 9,000 years. And these 3 recipes can be used for any of these meals too. We're cooking up a delicious guiso that Mama Tex has been making all of my life. Then we're going to be scrambling up some nopalitos with eggs for a breakfast bite, and finishing off with some cacheteadas. Vámonos! Now before we keep on cooking, I just want to take a moment to talk a bit about the pans I'm using today and today's sponsor, Maiden. Maiden designs professional quality products for the home cook like you and me. And in my house, we all love to cook. Me, Terry, and Mama Tex too. And we've been using Maiden's cookware for about a year now, and we've cooked so much delicious food on a daily basis for us and a lot of great recipes here to share with you. And so for today's recipe, we're using the Maiden stainless collection, specifically the stainless clad pans. They are crafted in Italy and they're used by professional chefs in the world's best kitchens. The quality is that good. Maiden's premium 5-ply stainless steel material is what sets it apart from other pans out there, and the 5 layers allow for superior heat retention, even heating, and ease of heat control. The curvature of the walls is calculated for deeper searing, easier flipping, while a rolled rim allows you to pour sauces without spilling. Y'all know my saying here, flip, flip, flippity flip. Y'all can check out the stainless collection and Maiden's other cookware by using the link in my description. Now let's get back into cooking. Vámonos! I have my beautiful Mama Tex here with us again today, showing us how to make nopales the way she's been making them my entire life.
Well, my mom used to cook them all the time. They were like, ugh, but now they're like, I make them all the time. My mother-in-law taught me how to make them.
And is that the recipe you're going to share with us today?
Yeah. Nowadays, a lot of people use the guajillo chile or the big chile. Ancho, yeah. Okay. And in those days, I don't know, I don't ever remember seeing those kind of chiles anywhere. So they
were using powders even back then?
Chili powder all the time. Okay, we're going to use the cilantro, garlic, oil, tomato, the nopales, of course, cominos, and onion, and 1 lime at the end.
And what's this stuff here?
The chili powder is the main ingredient in the nopales.
I thought the nopales were the main ingredient.
Well, after the nopales. You're right. The first thing I put in here will be the oil line. I also, before I even put the nopales in there, I like to rinse them.
Just to get a little bit of that slime off. I pour the whole thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
See that? See how they turn color a little bit?
Yeah, they're starting to get kind of a lighter green, opaque color. There's not really a time. We're gonna cook them till they start to dry out a little bit. All right, so this was 2.5 cups maybe. This is about 1/3 of a cup of onion. What are we doing now?
I'm gonna grind up the spices on me. Garlic, and then I'll do the cominos, and that's gonna be it.
And this is about 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, comino, whatever you call it. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here.
First, we're gonna use the chili powder in here. I need like a couple of tablespoons.
You tell me when.
You're the pro. Okay.
So we're ready to add the comino and the garlic. You want to get all that goodness in there.
Can you chop up the tomato for me, please?
I sure can. Put the lime in the nopales and knead it all up.
Da 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 da. I'm gonna put some salt in there so we can give it a taste, and then we can add whatever else we need to add.
Old school measurements, 1/3 of a teaspoon.
Put the cilantro in there.
A lot or a little? I think that's
good enough.
Yeah. All right, let's put some lime in here.
Okay, done.
All right, cool. Let's plate it and give it the last taste test. We made some white rice to go as a side dish. I know that's not real traditional, but it does go really well together.
How come you get it more than I do?
Because I'm bigger than you are. How about a little juice on the rice?
Yeah, that sounds good.
My favorite part of every video, the taste test.
Yes.
Let's try it out and see how Mama Tex did.
Just the way I like them.
Very delicious. Ooh, that rice complements it really good.
Yeah, believe it or not, it is. You know, there's still some in the pan, aren't they?
Really?
And we can still make the eggs with the nopalitos.
Huevos con nopales?
Huevos con nopales.
Let's do it.
The thing is, let me tell you, when I first got married, the first time I saw them at my in-laws' house, then they were making them, you know, and okay, everything was okay as long as they were doing that. But then when I saw them putting eggs, I said, why are you putting eggs in nopales?
Eggs?
And then they said, well, that's the way you eat them. I said, no, that's not the way I eat them. My mom didn't put eggs, and I would not eat them with eggs for years.
So that was the first time you saw nopales as a breakfast dish?
Yes, just like for lunch or dinner, you know, and that we would have them with beans and sometimes rice, but not with egg.
Not
but
with
they're
eggs.
pretty good.
Actually, it's a damn good breakfast
Yes.
dish. Cool, let's show these people how it's done.
They make a very good taco. I put a little bit of oil on it. Let's put a little bit of butter at the same time.
At the same time?
It
Okay.
gives them a little bit more flavor.
You call that a little bit of butter? I would have put it all.
Okay.
Let's check it. I love butter.
These are the nopales that we used for the first dish. So now we're gonna make the nopalitos con huevo, okay?
Let's do it. I can't wait. I love that
That's
sound.
the way I like that.
That's the way Grandma likes it.
Well, there's 4 eggs in here. So I'm just gonna put them in there, scramble,
You want to shake some salt? Wow, OG.
put wow,
I like that.
por favor, for the salt flavor.
Got it. They smell wonderful.
Yes, the
They
butter,
really-
the toasty butter.
The toasty butter does add a really nice aroma, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you like your eggs?
I don't like them too soft, but I don't like them too cooked either.
I think we should put it in a taco. What do you think, Mom?
Sure, let's get going.
I'd rather eat a taco all day, every day. I have a couple of nice, warm flour tortillas. One for
My
you
favorite.
and one for me. Let's make some taquitos. I like a nice, full taco. You tell me more?
No, I like mine like this.
You like
Skinny
that?
like me. Yeah, right.
Skinny like you. Of course, you know I gotta have some salsa on mine. This is gonna add that just right extra bite.
Now for the best part, Arnie.
All right, let's try them. Let's give it a big old bite. Mmm. Oh my goodness.
Delicious.
That's awesome. This is wonderful. You taught me how to make nopales. Now we also know how to make a breakfast dish. But I got a trick up my sleeve with nopales that I want to show you. Let's finish our taco and move on to round 3 of nopales.
All
Vamos.
right, let's go.
So when did you actually start liking them? What would you say? How old were you?
Well, actually, I started liking them after I got married. And I got
okay.
married at 16, so I guess 16.
Did Dad like nopales a lot or a little, or did
He
he
liked them a lot.
He
That's
did?
that's why I learned how to make them, because since I was already married, your father was always asking me to make him some.
Are you ready to discover a new way to eat nopales?
Always ready for something new.
Dun, da, da, dun. We have here some very thin sliced, center cut pork chop. It might even be loin, I don't know. That's just the way I bought them. But we're gonna cook those, and we're gonna cook those. We're gonna make what I call cacheteadas. You wanna take these nopales, and you wanna kind of cut some long slits like this. So we're gonna get the pan nice and hot. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil here. Very, very little. Yeah, now it's hot. There we go.
Let it heat up some more.
It's a coming. This is my turn to cook.
Okay. I take it back.
Give it the old flippity flip. All right, they're starting to get nice and toasty. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn the heat down a little bit, and I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. We're gonna add a little bit of this wow seasoning on here.
I want to learn how do you do it.
It's all on the wrist.
Okay.
Flip them over one time so we can get some on the other side. All right, this is good to go. I'm gonna set them aside here for a little bit. Here we go, folks. And we're gonna put these little pork steaks in here, just like that. Remember, pork's done at 140 degrees, so you don't have to cook them very long. And that's one of the reasons that I picked these, because they're very thin. Now that they're pretty much cooked, we want to add a little bit of seasoning on here.
Man, Arnie, it smells so delicious.
It does
I'm ready
smell
to
delicious.
eat one of your, what is it, cacheteadas.
Cacheteadas. All right, so I'm gonna take these nopales and just kind of cut that end off. We put a little piece of pork in here, a couple of slices of nopal. We have queso fresco, mira. Que chulada. Of course, you guys know I'm a little bit of a busgo,
Yeah.
so I have to have 2 pieces of meat. And a little bit of nopales here. And of course, Arnie takes always got to have a little hot salsita to go with his tacos. This is a jalapeno serrano avocado salsa with a little cilantro. All right, Mama, time for the taste test.
Very good flavor, nice and crunchy. And flavorful.
Oh yeah. The pork, of course, tastes really wonderful. You get the little bit of crunch from the nopal, right?
Yeah.
And then the cheese, you know, it's got that extra little salt in there that just kind of really
It's
kind
very
of ties
good,
it all
really,
together. It's delicious.
really good.
Let's eat.
Oh, I can't eat as fast as you.
It's okay. I'll eat 2 while you finish yours.
I don't doubt it.
I don't know. High five, Mama.
There you go.
Boom.